Hello! Welcome along to the exciting new YFS TV show, Kickin the Baws. I'm Ryan Rowe.
I'm Camilla Tate.
And I'm Lauren Dixon.
Coming up in today's show.
Liam Craig, star of the future. Julian Norton. Stacey Brune. YFS half stars. Penalty challenge from Broadwood Stadium. Featuring musical guest Irrational Beaver.
That's all coming up later on in today's show.
First though, here at Kickin the Baws, we've been following the life of referee Julian Norton. Let's find out what he's been up to.
I'll be on a show.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about, it's about me. Hello, my name's Julian Norton. I'm 32. I'm an actor, a singer and a dancer.
Well, the question you must always get asked, is it always been a passion of yours, always been a dream to be an actor, a singer and a dancer?
Ever since I was born, I've always wanted to be an actor.
Now, you're not involved in any professional productions that I know of, and you're not involved in any amateur ones as well, is that correct?
No.
Not involved at the moment. So, you are an SFA qualified referee though, is that correct?
Yes.
So, why would you be an SFA qualified referee when you want to be involved in acting, dancing and singing? Why would you do that?
I think being a referee is like being an actor. You need actors for films, for movies, for plays. You need referees for games. You know, they are the game. I am the game. When I'm out there, I'm the game. I'm like the drummer in a band. I keep the tempo going. I'm like Phil Collins. Do you know Phil Collins? Bum 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 bum. I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Like that.
We are following Julian Norton to find out the life behind the people who make youth football across this country happen. The people who make Scottish football so great. While visiting us at the offices, Julian showed us the kit he has as a referee. It was clear that he paid attention to detail. Boots to match every single colour of strip that he owned.
Held up the white bag with the highest flag. Lock the bathroom door, boy.
It was clear while we showed Julian around the offices and gave him a tour that he was a very outgoing person, not one to shy away from attention. Research into Julian Norton showed that he is considered by some a controversial character. He was the most complained about referee in the region last season. He was also at the centre of a cup final row when a player was dismissed for a lack of, quote, general hygiene, according to Julian. Today we went along to see Julian in action for ourselves.
We're touching, Julian. Next thing, we're touching.
While checking the players' boots before the game, there appeared to be an issue. That attention to detail that we noted earlier on was apparent.
You start off with nothing, but you wanna know it all. The journey's just begun. The patience will make you fall. But it's hard, it's tough, it's more than it seems. Discipline will feed your dreams. Show you got a purpose to your call.
it was clear that Julian had his own style of refereeing. It had the touch of show business which other referees simply didn't have. For example, how many referees change their boots simply because it clashes with the players.
Whatever it is, I want it bad.
Despite his outgoing personality and his desire to be the centre of attention, the game was under relative control at 2-2 until the 55th minute, when it all seemed to go wrong for Julian. An obvious penalty claim was denied, and this was much to the bewilderment of the attacking team.
You want that feeling right now.
Come on, play on.
Whatever it is, I want it. Don't wanna stand in line, I want my hands upon it. Whatever it is, I want it. Whatever it is, I want it.
The game finished 2-2, with frustrations raised amongst the home players after the penalty claim was denied. However, it appeared to be water off a duck's back for Julian. After the match, we confronted Julian on the penalty incident.
Julian, can we just have a quick word? That'd be okay?
Hiya.
Now, we're a bit questionable about the penalty decision. It seemed like a clear penalty from where we were.
Well, referee's word is final.
But, Julian, we did see you clearly looking at it. It was clearly a penalty. You know, the whole thing with being mic'd up as well. I mean, we did have you mic'd for that.
Well, he made me change my boots, you know. If he didn't make me change my boots, he probably would have got the penalty. He probably would have won the game, you know.
Was it not a bit of a personal vendetta? You kept on blowing your whistle when he had the ball. It's a bit inappropriate, is it not?
Well, can I still get a lift?
I said the smoking gun descends on you. Be careful who you're talking to in America. Oh no.
Every week, we'll be inviting a team to be in Rose Ed, and this week it's Kilmarnock Portland.
Time for our first feature, where YFS is looking for the stars of the future.
We are going around the country to find Scotland's next talent.
Rob and Camilla went out to find out who it was this show.
Rob, you'll be competing today. Are you feeling confident?
I've got this in the bag, pretty confident. We'll see what the challenge unfolds, but yeah, got this.
Okay, Rob doesn't know what he's up against. I don't know what he's up against, so mystery envelope, please. Okay, today, Rob, you are facing a 9-year-old girl in a keepy uppy challenge. Hi Summer, how are you?
Good.
Are you ready for this challenge today?
Yeah.
And I've heard you can do quite a lot of keepy uppies. How many can you do?
338.
338! So are you feeling quite confident that you're going to beat Rob today?
Yeah.
Well, he suffered from the night before with sorrow, and he doesn't care about no law.
Are you both ready?
Yep.
Rob, it's you to go first. Good luck.
Just walk by.
You managed 78. It's alright. Summer, do you think you can beat it?
Yeah.
Before bedtime, he sparks up a big old fat cigar and some red wine. But I don't know whether to help him out or just walk by, and I can't quite seem to figure him out. 1, 2, 3,
incredible, 118. How does it feel to be the first winner of our Keep You Up challenge?
Great.
How did you feel it went?
Good.
And Rob, how does it feel to be beaten by a 9-year-old girl?
It's hurting a little bit right now, Camilla, so thanks for asking. But no, well done, Summer. Very well done. Very well done.
So Summer, as a reward for winning, you get a chance to hit the ball as hard as you like against Rob.
Right, okay, yeah, that's not bad, yeah.
Summer, thank you again for being a wonderful participant and being the first winner of our Keep You Up challenge. But now it's back to the studio. We managed to get an exclusive interview with Hibernian star Liam Craig.
We spoke to him before the departure of Pat Fenlon. Here's what he had to say. So in terms of the quality, did you find there was a big jump between Scottish and English football?
I think at that age, at Hearts we had a really good team, and you look at Celtic and Rangers, who again had good teams, and Hibs as well, and then you go down south, and there's definitely a lot more boys to choose from, and a lot more competition for places. So personally, for Ipswich to come and ask me to go down, obviously was great, and I think there was a slight difference, but again, you're still a young boy, and it's all about learning at that age, and I think it was a great place to learn the game and understand the game, and like I say, I'm getting rewarded for that now.
And you won the FA Youth Cup in 2005 with them. How did that feel?
No, that was, you look back on your career, and to win that trophy was unbelievable. When you see the players that have won it before you, and for Ipswich to go and win that, we definitely weren't the favourites to win it, but we beat some good teams along the way, and to beat Southampton in the final was special as well, as they'd already won the league.
Yeah, well, you talked about notable players. Was there any you think, aside yourself of course, from either Ipswich or Southampton that play now?
Well, in terms of the Ipswich team, you've got one or two still in the game, like say Owen Garvin, just been promoted to the Premier League with Crystal Palace, and Liam Trotter's the captain of Millwall, and there's one or two others that have stayed in the game, but I think more notably, when you look at the Southampton team, you've got Theo Walcott, Nathan Dyer, Gareth Bale was on the bench, Adam Lallana. You go through the whole team, and that was a special group of players, and so it just shows how good a side that we had at Ipswich as well to go and win that.
We do have a question from Facebook for you, from Adam Wallace. He asks, what did you do to become a professional footballer? For example, what did you do that other players maybe didn't do that gave you that edge?
I think it's all about attitude, and I don't kid myself. I want to be the best football player out there, but I think if you want to stay behind after training, and you show an appetite to want to get better, and and it comes down to luck as well. Like I say, there's only maybe 4, 5, 6 years from that Ipswich team that's still playing professional football. So again, you can have all the ability in the world, but if you don't want to work hard, then you need to be fortunate as well, through injuries and stuff. So I have been fortunate, and like I say, I look back now and I enjoyed my time there, and it has stood me in good stead for the future.
Well, Liam, it's been great talking to you so far, and we'll be back for more later.
It's now time for Stacey Brown.
Taking you round the town.
Alright, I'm Stacey Brown and I'm going to be going around Scotland giving you the info on where to go, what to see and what to do. I'm Stacey Brown, taking you round the town. I'm here today at Broadwood, home of the mighty, what are they called? Cumbernauld Colts! Am I done now? Aye. There's been some cracking matches here in the past. 4 Challenge Cups and 1 major shock in the Cup in 2006. In Roy Keane's first Celtic match, Clyde came away the victors 2-1. They also had the ball at the back of the net twice, only for one to be ruled offside, and Boric managed to save a penalty, which doesn't happen very often. Before we see any more, let's see what's happening in Cumbernauld. Let's go. I want to go shopping. How no? Whoa, stop! What's that sign say?
That kind of took me by surprise.
We're definitely going in there. I'm going to text Jenna. She'll be well excited about this. This could possibly be the most exciting thing in Cumbernauld. If not, Scotland. So we're here at the Cumbernauld Bird of Prey Centre, which is called World of Wings. Got to see the birds flapping about in that. Hundreds of them. Come on, let's go.
And the cult and the culture it breeds only serves to feed one side and we crush the rest. Those that siphon the green from the air that we breathe to line fat pockets with the residue.
So let's go back to Cumbernauld, find out more about the Cumbernauld Colts. Come on.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Joined now by Arthur Stackpool. Now Arthur, how have you managed to come by this and tour this stadium? It must have required tons of pure Grand Theft Auto 5 planning and that.
Loads of luck, eh?
Loads of luck?
Loads of money, aye. 1999 we had one team and the chairman came to the club and here we are 13, 14 years later.
Brilliant. So what have Cumbernauld Colts managed to achieve here?
Yeah, well, if anybody looks about, you'll see we've got the players' lounge for the kids.
It's very nice.
Before and after training. We have a changing room next door, the teams use. We're in the process of developing a ladies' changing room because our ladies' section's kicking off big style. In terms of involving the community, we've got various different clubs all set up. We have running clubs, we've got after-school clubs, we've got a disability section. You know, a real community impact has been made as a result of moving into this stadium.
Good. Now you mentioned the ladies' team there. You see me taking a wee shot outside.
Aye.
What do you think? Could I join the team?
No.
The ground still plays host to Clyde FC, but maybe not for much longer. They've gone and changed their name to East Kilbride Clyde and might be moving forever. What ambitions do Cumbernauld Colts have?
Oh, there's no end to our ambitions. With the set-up of the Lowland League, it's entirely possible that one day we Cumbernauld Colts could have a team in the professional ranks.
Brilliant. What does the future hold for the Cumbernauld Colts?
What does the future hold? Hopefully, we achieve our aims of certainly producing a junior team. In terms of the ladies football, hopefully the ladies team will get promotion into the Premier League. Hopefully we continue to expand at the rate that we're doing, because at the end of the day it's all about promoting football in the Cumbernauld area, getting kids off the street, getting them away from their Xboxes or PlayStation 3s, getting them a bit of physical activity, building a community spirit, creating a club that people of Cumbernauld can identify with.
Good. Now, here's the main question. Can play pool?
If you want to play pool, are you any good? Are you as good at pool as you are at football?
Better, much better.
Are you sure?
It's been a great day here in Cumbernauld. So join me, Stacey Brown, taking you round the town the next time on Kickin the Baws. Definitely can I get a game?
No.
Right.
How important was getting that first contract for you?
No, it was massive because, like I say, a lot of players, you know, fall by the wayside when they do get knocked back from the first club, and it was important for me to go to a club where I was going to play. And you know, Falkirk didn't promise me that, but they gave me the opportunity for 6 months to go in and train with them and try and establish myself. And you know, it was great working with John Hughes and Brian Rice, and you know, people like Russell Latapy that you know had played so long in the game, played in the World Cups, and you learn a lot off of them. And then to get another contract extension, it gives you that confidence to go and do well. And like I say, in the end, opportunities were a bit limited, so I had to move on again. But you know, I took what I learned from leaving Ipswich at the same time as when I was leaving Falkirk, knowing it wasn't the end, and it was up to me if I wanted a career in football to go and prove myself again.
I mean, you said you moved on after Falkirk to St Johnstone and had a great record, over 200 games for them, in fact, between 2008 and 2013. How did that move to St Johnstone come about?
It was, obviously, I wasn't playing at Falkirk too much, or as much as I would have liked, and Derek McInnes, who was the player manager at the time of St Johnstone, was ready to retire from the playing side, and he knew I was available on loan. So initially it was just a month's loan, but I went there and you know, I enjoyed it. I was playing again and scoring goals, and they wanted to extend that to the end of the season. So you know, it was just right at that time to do that. And like I say, we got to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup that year, only got put out by Rangers on sudden death penalties. So I'd experienced a wee bit of success there, and you know, once they came in and offered me a 3-year contract, I knew that was the place for me.
So you're now with Hibernian FC. There was a rumour that you could have signed with them in the January transfer window. Was there any truth in that, and how did you react to that?
No, it was funny actually, because initially we thought it was going to happen maybe in the middle of January, but then it all went quiet, and my agent phoned me to tell me that it wouldn't be happening. And then on the last day of the window, I was at the soft play with my 2-year-old, and I get a phone call saying this deal might go through, sort of last minute sort of thing. So, but it never happened, and in a way I look back now and I'm quite glad it never happened, because I would rather go into the club obviously at the start of the season and you know, start afresh with new players that were coming in, and like I say, the way it ended at St Johnstone, I was delighted with that. And you know, I've went into Hibs, and again, it's a great club, a really big club, and you know, I want to be successful there.
Before we move on to Facebook and Twitter questions, there's been a lot of speculation online. Which team do you support?
It's a question I get asked a lot. Now, to be honest, I don't really support anyone, but when I was growing up I was a Celtic fan, and you know, I went to a lot of their games. But now, you know, when I was at Falkirk, you want Falkirk to do well, and when you go to St Johnstone, it's all about St Johnstone, and again now it's just all about Hibs getting results and me playing a part in that.
Okay, so we'll move on to Facebook. Sandra Aitken asks, what is your favourite position?
To be fair, throughout my career, I think it's good if you can if you can adapt to play different positions, I think that helps you in the long run. But you know, probably left midfield or centre midfield's my favourite.
So from Twitter, @RobertNevison91 asks, if you could pick one player from the St Johnstone's squad to improve the Hibs team, who would it be?
Well, I look at the Hibs team now and I think we've got a great squad of players. But I look at Dave Mackay at St Johnstone, who was the captain when I was there for so long, and you know, Dave was just Mr. Consistent. You know, he was a 7 out of 10 every week, if you like, and a great captain to work under. And I think Dave would improve any team that he went into.
And finally, @Murray_Grayston asks, what made you choose Hibs, and were there any other offers?
Yeah, there was a few offers, and you know, I've had a few offers over the last 5-6 years when I was at St Johnstone to move. But again, when the Hibs thing came about, that was where I wanted to play football. I go back to always wanting to progress and better myself. And again, you look at the training facilities and the fan base and the stadium at Easter Road, and I definitely think that's a place that I can progress, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Before we move on then, Ryan, can you come and have a seat? You've been really quiet, and you actually requested that you didn't interview Liam Craig. Would you like to tell me why?
No, really. You're still in my bag boots, Liam. You know, Football Manager.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a couple of follows for you in Football Manager. I was with Rangers at the time, and the first thing was that we get promoted into what was now League One. Get promoted in there, and you'd just been relegated with Hibs. Tried to sign, and you said no. So I goes, all right, we'll move on. We'll look for other targets. And we get promotion, and you guys didn't. So I won there. But then I think it was like 2 years on or something, Football Manager, I went to West Brom, and it was in the Championship. And funnily enough, you were back at Ipswich, and you scored a goal in the last day of the season that denied us promotion. So when Rob says, we've got a star here, we've got a footballer that's coming in to get interviewed, I was like, oh, who is it? Liam Craig. I said, no. Count me out, lads, count me out. But no, when I do watch sports, you're a player that I like to watch, you know. You're one of those flair players that I like to watch, and a lot of hard work, so
that's
it's just a shame you didn't.
A flair player.
Obviously, it's just a shame you wouldn't join my amazing teams in Football Manager, so I'll never forgive you.
I think that was down to the manager, not the teams.
Well, thank you very much. So everyone, a huge thank you to our guest, Liam Craig.
It's now time for our journey following the success of a little known team. They're called the YFS Half Stars.
Some say we're a team of no-hopers, but I disagree.
Manager James Fox has always had high aspirations for the YFS Half Stars, and with status into League A granted, a chance to prove themselves has arrived.
I would say we're more a Bolton Wanderers. Even a Queen's Park Rangers.
The YFS Half Stars have agreed to let us film them throughout the season in order to find out more about the trials and tribulations of League A football. They are taking on league contenders North Red Star in a 7-a-side friendly match. Alongside Magda Dabrowski and Serious Steve, this makes up the YFS Half Stars coaching staff. We have, however, managed to get interviews with Steve the Physio, also known by many as Serious Steve.
It's a special potion I'm trying to create. When it works, it should boost the players' performance. I'm the one who knocks, Callum!
Can I get some more, please?
Aye, sure. Don't spill it. As I was saying, it should boost the players' performance by maintaining hydration and providing a slow release of energy. It's a chemically poor product, but it's not ready yet. But Michael here is about to try my latest batch. There you go, sir. Well, it took 10,000 failures to invent a light bulb. The whole Michael here can last the course.
The half-stars are a man down, and there's 5 minutes until kick-off. We managed to get some exclusive footage from the changing room.
Christmas tree.
Excuse me.
Christmas tree. James wants you to play a Christmas tree formation. Dave, you're the star on top, remember? Keeper, think nativity scene. Credo, okay? Don't drop the baby. On you go, guys.
That we're on. Still this feels like a dream, I've been led to believe.
In the opening period, it was clear North Red Star were dominating the play. At half-time, they find themselves 4-0 down and with very little option to make changes in the game.
Right, we'll stick with what we got, but we'll change the formation. Go! Super Panther.
Despite the grand name, the formation didn't work to the boys' advantage. Within a further 10 minutes, there were 2 more goals down. The game finished 9-0 to North Red Star.
Tidorax Redemption.
Hey! I'm the only man in this changing room.
But coach, can you speak Russian?
I haven't got a clue what she said.
After the match, Michael was still unwell. Serious Steve decided to try and treat the illness.
Just my stomach, Gaffer.
No worries. I'm assessing situation. Okay then. Head. Fine. Arms. Check. Legs. Normal. So what's up?
It's just my stomach, Gaffer.
Stomachache?
Aye. No. No.
It's the only way, Michael.
No.
It's the only way.
No.
It's gonna hurt you more than it'll hurt me.
I will prove myself. Really should say we, shouldn't I? Can we do that again?
Can you score with YFS?
They must choose their 11 most potent penalty takers and pit them against our special goalkeeper.
Will they delicately caress the ball home?
Or will it end up in the loving arms of our keeper?
Some say Roy Hodgson is monitoring our goalkeeper's international situation, while others say that Ian Black spoke to him personally about the number of penalties he would concede. All we know is he's called them off.
Welcome along to Broadwood Stadium, the home of Cumbernauld Colts for our penalty shootout challenge.
Aye, the wonderful Cumbernauld has a bit of a local legend here back in the day.
Really?
Aye, just watch this.
What position did you play?
Aye, mostly left back.
In the changing room? How about we go and meet the teams?
Yeah, cool.
Shootout Challenge underway.
The two teams are not just going head to head, they're going against the rest of the nation. We've asked both teams to choose their best 11 penalty takers to see where they'll end up on the national leaderboard.
So Cumbernauld, heads or tails?
Tails. As heads. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go first or do you want to go second? Second, okay. So Cumbernauld Colts, you're going to go first. Of course, it's not as easy as that. We're now going to introduce the Morph.
So how are you doing?
Chatty as ever.
Happy with the rules? Let's shake hands and get ready.
But don't wanna be there. What's the point? The points
So
that we
Cumbernauld, are you ready?
Preston United, are you ready?
What did I do last night? How did we end up here? Where did everybody go? We're wasting away, and we'll never get back. Tells me this is the shape of things to come. I can't see it changing anytime now. We're gonna burn out, but that's not gonna slow us down. We're just getting started. There'll be consequences, but you'll never see it that way when you're caught up in the moment. What did I do last night? How did we end up here? Where did everybody go? We're wasting away, and we'll never get back. They wanna see us fail. They love it when we go a little too far off the rails. They wanna see us fail. They love it when we go a little too far off the rails. They wanna see us fail. I love it when we go a little too far off the
Preston United, you managed 6.
Cumbernauld, you managed 7.
Commiserations, Houston.
Congratulations, Cumbernauld.
And now we go back to the studio to see the national leaderboard to see where both teams are ranked.
That brings us to the end of the show. We will be back soon though, and it's only right we give a huge thanks to all our guests today.
A huge thank you to all of the players and teams featured, in particular our team in the stand, Kilmarnock Portland.
And a huge thanks to our special guest Liam Craig.
I'm Ryan Rowe.
I'm Camilla Tate.
And I'm Lauren Dixon.
See you next time for another Kick in the Baws.
Remember the days when they told you everything's okay, it's all been arranged. Remember when it was so simple with nothing in our way. But then everything changed, we're still on our own, making a name for ourselves on the strength of our backbone, stealing the scene from moralless liars, dragging us down into this disaster. I'm wasting my time, just wasting away inside a castle of decay. I'll break the mold and I'll break ground, won't be another one of the lost unfound. Well, you can cling to the past if you want to, but I'm sick of it all. You think your image and style's gonna save you when it's your miserable town. Remember the days when I told you this means more to me. I give everything, well I take it back. I won't be a martyr for all the things that you still lack. I'm wasting my time just wasting away inside a castle of decay. I'll break the mold and I'll break ground. Won't be another one of the lost unfound. Well, you can cling to the past if you want to, but I'm sick of it all. You think your image and style's gonna save you when it's your turn to fall. You can try to pretend if you want to, but keep your feet on the ground. You bring the matches, I'll bring it down. We'll say goodbye to this miserable town.
Goodbye. Hell, you turned off. You man.